Hi guys, we have a lot going on today. I started off by going to the doctor's office, and so I got out of sync. I'm going to try to keep this in the camera. I'm trying to make a gas cap for the Bobcat that is idiot proof. Of course, it's probably not finger proof. I took the top off of this, and this just snaps in, so it's kind of a bear to get in here because a little one way, or bear to get out of there. Because it had little things. There's no way that I'm going to get that drilled in the center. Must be a real sharp drill bit. Boy, you don't get much duller than that. If you can't drill plastic, I guess I ought to put it on a board so when it goes through I won't make it even duller than it is. I was aiming for my fingers, but I didn't get it. Hopefully this little screw will go through there. Oh crap, we've got a problem here, guys. I don't think the nut will go in there. Nah, the nut won't go in there. Well, I didn't really want to have the nut to the top. I mean, I can. I guess because I don't really care. No, the screw won't go in there either. Well, that's kind of frustrating. I guess you got to improvise, guys. Here we go. Maybe this will work. Maybe it won't. I'd put it in the mill and run it in the mill, but that's pretty small. It only has to come down a hair. So we'll just kind of get a pair of pliers and grinder. Wasn't planning on this. My short movie's gotten longer, hadn't it? Oh well. I gotta find my Googles, my eyeballs. I don't see any out here. I'll just grind a little bit of a flat down on each side. I bet that's hot. I know it's hot. Well, will it fit now? Probably got to cool it down so I don't, I didn't even see if you guys were in the grinder in there. I just put the camera down. I didn't even look. I hope you guys saw that. Because all I did is put in a little grinder and ground it down. Of course, it's still got a little bit of a burr on it on this side. We'll get that burr off. Well, the grinder's over here. I don't know if you can see that. That looks pretty nice now. Now it's half as long one way and longer in the other way. Hopefully it'll go down in here. Take my goggles off so I can see. Come on, get down in there. Oh yeah, it'll go down in there. It might even work. All right, let's take and here's the chain I bought. I got 2 feet of chain. I got just enough chain to run away with. I think I'm going to zoom this back a little bit. Whoops. Oh, it is already back all the way. Well, this might be kind of a bear to get through there. I just kind of see that as problematic. Especially when I put some of this, just a little dab of silicone on there. No, I want that to go on top of here. I need another hand. That goes in there. That goes in there. That's going to go. Need another hand. That'll go in there. That'll go in there. Now I got to put that back into there. Looks pretty good. Now I gotta try to put this through there. I hope you guys are in there. There it goes. Probably should have put a lock washer on that, but who knows? Oh man, how come you always play with silicone? You always get it all over you. Actually, it'd be nicer if it was loose, wouldn't it? I got silicone on that. Maybe it'll. I'm gonna take these pliers. Nope, I'm gonna go get some side cutters. I gotta get a towel here. Man, I don't need silicone on me because I want to paint. Hold on, guys. I had side cutters in here yesterday, but they might have walked today. Here's a couple pairs. What I want to do is basically booger the threads up. And I can't. There. Nope. It won't let me do that. There, I got it. Now if I turn it 90 degrees and do that again, of course that won't spin because I got silicone on it, will it? Well, I got silicone underneath of it. It might, I don't know. It's just a gas cap. I think I got the threads boogered up enough that it won't go. Yeah, there's silicone under there, so that might not have worked. I should have probably put a washer in between it. But you know something? It'll be fine. I'll still probably find a way to lose it. Put a little silicone on the threads and towel, hands. Alright, this should just snap in place now. There's plenty of room in there. There you go. And I got a little hook that I can just hook it onto something there. I don't remember what I hooked onto. Alright, that's one thing that I'm doing. I'm done. Now I just got to go put it on there. Gas cap was $12, I think, somewhere around there. 10, 11. They used to only be $8, like everything else going up. That's one thing I got going on. Then the next thing I got going on, you guys got a multitude of things going on today. How do you like that gas tank? It's coming along pretty good. Well, you're going to watch me put one more coat of paint. So you watch the paint dry. Then I got a nice gas cap for it. It's got fuel in it right now. I put fuel in it to make sure it wasn't leaking. I got all sorts of stuff going on over here that you guys can't see. I didn't make a special trip to Bobcat for that gas tank. Or for that gas tank lid. I had it. I had to go over there. I'll show you that in a minute. What are we doing time-wise? We're not doing too bad. This is a multi-purpose. Uh-oh, there's a little nick in it there. It's probably bird poop. I had this thing out here last night. It started raining. Well, I didn't have it out here. I had it. I put it in the greenhouse to dry. So we're just going to put a little extra coat in it now. I want to put. It does have diesel fuel in it right now. I want to put a little extra down in here. There's one little pit that's the nasty spot, and this side here's got little pits in it, but they're not quite as bad. So I'm going to spray some on the sides there, where stuff would settle on this side here, and then that's it for this tank. Now you got to figure out, you guys, you know, I give you guessing games. Why it's painted green? Well, I was thinking what color to get it, what color to get it, what color to get it, and black was a color of choice. Probably screw my camera up. All right, man, that looks good. Now you're gonna, you just guys ain't gonna see it here too well. But there ain't too much to painting. I'm not a painter. Jeffrey's a painter. put you over on this side. Maybe that'll do you good. Just stuff I do around here. Like I said, I went to the doctor's this morning, so I'm out of. It's a timing issue. I don't know how to explain it. Like a car, if it gets out of time, that's kind of what I say, that I'm kind of wandering out of time. I'm not out of time, meaning time in minutes. I'm kind of wandering out of time, mean my brain isn't in sync with everything else, I guess is maybe what I'm trying to say. I'm not a painter. Look at the fumes. It's breezy out here, so you can see the fumes going away from the camera, which is a good thing. Anyhow, you got to figure out why I chose the color green. Have any of you figured it out yet? I'll give you a chance to answer. I don't hear anybody. I'm concentrating here. All right, talk back at you. That looks a little thin there. I want the top extra thick because that's where stuff will sit. And this is fast drying green. Put a little more down there because it sits in there. It's obviously sitting there. Do a little bit more on this side. And we'll call it quits. So here's the reason why. What color is the gas fill when you go to the gas station? Diesel, they're putting green, so it's about that color. That's one reason. So I was thinking about doing it in green. Then when I went to the store, this can here was $6.99. A can over here in black, oh, that says primer, but it's black Premier. Okay, this was $9.99. This was $6.99. So not only did I get my color that I wanted, it was cheaper and had more. And these cans here don't spray very good at all. You gotta use your thumb and your hand to put it down, and then this will be the frosting on top. So that's the gas tank. Now I got to get a fill in the back. Now I'll show you where the next thing in line. The Bobcat skid steer, or skid, or whatever you want to call it, had to go in the shop. So it was in the shop, and this is what they had to replace. This thing here, the hour meter wasn't working. I guess you guys can see that. That's $1,050, I think, is what it is. That's an expensive little piece. And the reason I had them do it is because it's got a better warranty on it if they do it, which is, I just didn't feel like messing with it. So this one works. The Bobcat will run with this one. So if the other one malfunctions and stops working, I can always go back to that. Gas cap was $12.32. I guess you're in there. That here's the list of all the stuff they did. They did a service it, so they did all this stuff here, which is good. And I guess they put oil in it. Engine oil change. Somewhere here there should be engine oil. Engine oil down here. Yep. That wasn't too bad. This came out to service it cost, well, the services and put that part on. That part was $1,030.42 if you wanted. It only took them a half hour to put it in, which sounds about right. I got my papers wet. The total bill was $2,220.75, $2,220 and whatever it said. So that's what that is. Now the next thing, you know, there's always a next thing. This is just kind of a killing time. It rained last night and it's supposed to rain again tonight, and you can see it's still kind of wet out here. I haven't put my gas tank cleaner, cement mixer away yet. I got another couple tanks I might do. Depends on what the weather is. You gotta have hose. See, I brought the hose that comes all the way from the other side of the house. Okay, the house is 95 feet long. Okay, it came all the way around the house and all the way down here, so it's two 100-foot hoses. That's what it took to get it here. Now the next thing we're gonna do, and you ain't never seen this before on YouTube, I guarantee, well, I might have showed it, but it's only here. It's only on this channel here, I guarantee you. Guarantee you. It is, I gotta see if I can get you through. I gotta make the tripod legs because you're still on the tripod. We're getting through to the boiler. My box of wood here. This is the chunks and hunks from, I don't know, the last 2 years. I didn't even bring this box up last year. So those down there have been in there for a year and a half or so. Wait, what time it is a key point. It is 5 o'clock. I eat at 6 o'clock. Does that give you a clue what's next? Did you figure out what's next? Is the sun in here too bad? The sun's in here pretty bad. Yeah, you can't see poop, can you? Now how are we doing? That ain't too bad. I think you might be zoomed out. Nope. I gotta open the legs up so you guys don't fall over. Hold on. You know it's always a fun ride here. I gotta open the boiler. I've got it on low fire right now. That keeps it a little bit better. I don't know what the temperature is in here, but there's what we're at. Now what I'm doing is I've moved all the ashes and stuff over to this side, and I'm going to get ready to, I got some nice hickory sticks here. Hickory sticks. And we're going to throw them in, and this old boy's going to start smoking hickory smoke. Alright. That's the hickory smoke, and that stuff will start smoking pretty good now. That's a wood I got a couple weeks ago. Here's what I'm doing. I got some baked potatoes, and I'm going to put some baked potatoes in here right on this ledge, which I don't think you can see that. Yeah, just barely. And we're having baked potatoes. This one here, actually I'd really like the bigger one up here, but it might get knocked over down into the hole. Sometimes that happens. There used to be a little wider ledge here, and you can see where it's kind of chipped off. Now you can hear that stuff starting to smoke. Now when I shut the door, sometimes they fall down in there, but they'll still cook. I hope the big one doesn't. I'm going to sit here and listen. But who has ever seen that? But now you can start seeing that smoke. That'll get just a tinge of flavor inside those potatoes. But you can see the ledge gets small. That ledge there is the width of a thing. So see, it'll just barely make it. So they shouldn't fall in. I've cooked them in there. I cook potatoes in there more often than not. But you can see the smoke coming in there. So now you're seeing cooking in the wood boiler. Have you ever seen that anyplace else in here? And at about 6 o'clock, them taters will be done. Now I clean them up, which I think anybody out there that knows what's going on in the cooking department would know that you got to clean them up and cut all the little eyes off. Sorry about that. I gotta move you again. There's my creosote that's coming. New bucket of it. Cut them in half long ways, fill them full of butter and salt, then wrap them up with, I think there's 2 layers of aluminum foil there, and then I put the boiler on low. In other words, I'm not force drafting it now, it's natural draft. Uh-oh, you guys are gonna get winded out. And that's what's going on. So it should be smoking now. See it up there? Can you see it smoking? Well, it's going to smoke them taters, and they're going to taste really tasty. But it takes about an hour to get out. So you saw that. How do you like that color? Safety green. That's what it says, safety green. So maybe I'll be safe. And it matches the color of the gas cap that I got for the Bobcat in the back. Well, the Bobcat's not here right now, it's at the shop. They're gonna bring it back in today. I showed you the stuff over there and making the lid. I think I showed you something else, but I don't remember. Oh, painting the gas can and making the lid. I'm gonna bring you in here and we'll finish it off with a couple slow can crunches. How's that? We'll make it, I gotta switch plugs. The air compressor's plugged into here, and I plug this in here. Somebody was saying it was too slow. Yeah, they're right. This can cruncher is pretty slow now. I did a couple of videos on changing the motors. I'm on my third or fourth motor on that because I thought it went too slow. That was a setup that was free out of a trash compactor that I got. That's the hydraulic setup that crunched it. And then I went to another motor, another motor, another motor. That wasn't the original motor I had in here. This is the next motor I'm putting in there. And who knows when I'll put it in there. I don't really care. This goes fast enough for the old man. And this thing was made out of basically all leftover parts. That frame that it's sitting on was left over. That tank there was somebody gave me. The hydraulic valve somebody gave me. The pump and all the motors somebody gave me. Now I had a different cylinder on there, and I switched to a bigger cylinder so it'd smash the cans a little bit better, smaller. So here we'll fire it up. You guys are getting the Beyond trifecta. And if you use the two hands, sometimes you grab two at once. And it makes it pretty thin, about as thin as a nickel. I'll bring you over here. You get to see my hand. You got my handprint there. It ain't fast. That's why I switched it with the other motor on it that I originally made this thing with. And you can go back and see old videos in it. You could smash a can faster than you can re-grab a can with the other hand and put in there. You didn't have time to put two. You didn't have time to put two cans in. You could put one can, crunch it, and go back another can. That's how fast it was. But the original motor burned out. Then I switched to another motor which went the wrong direction and it was not reversible. So then I went to another motor that was a new motor, but it was a new motor, more horsepower than the original motor, but it didn't have as much power and it couldn't drive it. So then I went to this unit, not knowing how fast or how slow it would go. And this drives it, but it is a little too slow. It's all it is a wood splitter with a different head on it. So it makes it pretty thin. I don't know how many pounds of cans I have. I haven't taken them to the scrapyard in years. I got to do cat food cans again too. We saved the cat food cans. You know what else I smashed? There might be one over here. I don't know if there's any squirt in there or not. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, there's a little bit left. The tightness in me. I crunch all cans. I crunch everything. I have a starting fluid can, but it's in the back of either the Kubota or the Bobcat. I don't know which. But I squish the paint cans. I squish oil filters. I squish everything down to nothing in size. Alright, that's enough paint. You actually did watch paint dry today, guys. You did actually see paint dry. I said, that's enough cans. That's it. So now I gotta go find that other wood splitter that's down in mothballs and see how I'm gonna mount that tank. Alright, thanks for coming along. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Watch my potatoes smoke. You watch potatoes smoke today too. We're smoking pretty good now. When you put it on low fire, it smokes. When you put it on high fire, you give it enough oxygen that it burns real lean and turns the inside white. All right, thanks for coming along. We'll see you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and if you see how to cook potatoes with your wood boiler, if you got anybody that you know might be interested in that, send it to them, because that's a one of a kind, which you see a lot of that stuff here at this place. We'll see you later now. Bye-bye.